What is going on, guys? Today we are doing another reaction video, and it's another child support case. I love doing these videos. They are absolutely amazing, and it gives you a real insight on what actually goes on. You know what I mean? It opens your mind up. With that being said, let me know if you guys liking the braids. Yeah, in the cut, I decided, tired of looking scruffy, so it's time to redo the braids. You know what I mean? With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe, share the video, and with that being said, let's just get it started.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl, her name is London, and she's almost 2, and my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom, and everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
That's pretty much the brunt of it, so I'll let her speak her piece and see.
Another one of these stories of the grandmother taking care of the child. Like, I don't understand this. I get it. You're young, you had a kid, your mother's helping out, but you cannot disregard your responsibilities. Yeah, it happened, but your life now revolves around that kid. And I'm not saying not to go to school, not to do all that, but be a mother. Be a mother. When you're done school, pick your child up. Put that child in daycare. You're working, you can afford it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this. Like, I'm a father my own self. I have a little girl, and I couldn't imagine springing my little girl on my mother. Like, I would never do that. That's the choice I made, and I'm going to take care of that kid. I'm not going to push her off to the next person. Like, you can't do that. It's a human being, So, like, it is sad sometimes seeing these cases like this,
We can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's good.
50,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right? You always said you wanted a grandchild, didn't you?
I had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I can't do it by myself, though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother.
Right.
You're her child. She raised you. It is
Straight
not
the hell
her
up.
responsibility
Straight
to raise
up.
your child.
Right.
No, it is not.
It is your responsibility.
Bingo.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother?
You don't feel like you owe your mother anything. She raised you from a baby up to now. She did her job with you. She is now kid-free. It's not her responsibility to take care of your child. It is your responsibility, not your mother. And on top of all that, you're not even helping her take care of the child. You're not giving her no money for food. You can't even get your child on proper freaking health insurance. You have the nerve to say I don't owe her anything? She's doing you a huge favor by making sure that kid got a roof over her head and got food in her belly. But you don't owe her anything? She raised you up until now, but you don't owe her anything? She gave you life, but you don't owe her anything? You owe her everything. You know? She is one entitled little brat. Honestly. People like that do not need to have kids. Prime example of a mother that does not need to have kids. Because if that's the way you feel, like, revoke your rights and make your mother primary caregiver to that child. Honestly, though. Like, realistically. I don't care what you're doing, your child comes first. That means you gotta leave school and it's work full time, support your kid. There you go, yeah, you gotta do it. That kid did not ask to be there. The kid did not ask to be born. You chose to give birth to that child. The child didn't ask to be there. So now your responsibility to take care. And if your mother wants to help here and there, take the help. But do not take advantage of it, because that's ridiculous. Sorry guys, it's getting heated now.
Your daughter were going to daycare. You would be
Bothers
paying
me.
the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's a
that
good
she's
thing.
making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but you know, mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And
She
now that
lives-
she's got a
she
promotion,
lives
I
with
feel
you?
like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility.
They
done
both
everything
live
I
with
can,
you.
sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So,
I know she is, and that's why I leave her with you.
well, just like I did a
take care
good
of
job
her.
with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother, and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. You know, once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, you know, take care of my own daughter by then. And just right now I need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just
Because she's your mom,
Your
you don't
issue
believe
is
you need to
you don't
pay her
want to.
something.
You don't want to take care of your child.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're
Yeah.
coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out
I
to go
tuck
to
her
school
in.
and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give
That's
her
what you do?
Christmas
Sometimes she
night.
wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up the
while.
baby
I
at
mean,
midnight.
just so I can give her a kiss, you know, read her little stories, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us. Since I do work, you know, all
Aw.
night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she is.
Guys, this is a whole other story now. You're telling me you live at that exact same house, you live with your parents, you live with your mother, and you have the nerve to say you don't owe her anything? She is one entitled brat. That's the definition of being entitled right there. She is the definition of being entitled. Like, that is so heartbreaking, this generation now. Like, that is so heartbreaking, guys. I don't know what to say. Like, your child, like, I don't know, man.
The bill. She's
I don't
taking care
know.
of everything.
I don't know.
And if you think about it, technically you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. Right. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and you know, she does help. And like I said, she does like that. She's like not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school.
Sorry, guys.
And now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got that promotion.
You know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not, well, not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Any questions?
I mean, she's taking it like a champ now.
No questions?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ, guys. I mean, she makes $50,000 a year, and that money is going towards no bills, no rent, no food. It's just going right in her pocket or paying off her tuition. So, I think that's reasonable. Don't you guys? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think that's reasonable, because I think it's reasonable. Like, I'm glad she took it like a champ, but at the same time, it's like, why even put your mother in a situation in the first place? If I was in a similar situation, I wouldn't be, but if I was, I'd be giving my mother money. Every time I got paid, here's some money, here's some money, here's some money. For thanking you for taking care of my kid for me while I'm at school. But I wouldn't even work no hours like that. I would just get a part-time job so I can see my kid during the day, so I can put my kid to sleep. Put my kid to sleep. That's why I would do. Just saying. But with that being said, let me know your opinion down below in the comment section. I want to see how vocal you guys can get. And just let me know. Let's have some debates. If you guys don't agree with me, let me know. I want to hear it. You know what I mean? And also, leave down any suggestions down in the comment section on what you guys want to see next. I'm always open to react to whatever you guys want. I'm an open book here, guys. If you guys just ask and I'll do it. You know what I mean? But thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in another video. Alright, so peace.